Hello and welcome to my video blog. My name is Tona Brown, and I wanted to talk to you guys about letting go of the past and not using excuses to keep you from the future. Um, what a lot of people don't know is that if I didn't really persevere, I would have never been able to do the things that I'm doing now and to be able to perform and to be out. Um, just am very comfortable with myself. One of the things that made me feel very guilty as things started moving, in my career was that I have always been very blessed to be at the right place at the right time. And even all the way back to high school and middle school and college, there have been things that worked out for me that just did not work out for other people. And I used to always feel guilty for that. And I'm letting that go in the new year, because you can't control these things, they happen and they're meant to be. And one of those things, just to think of a few that came to mind, was the fact that my family was very, very poor. And so, coming from a poor family, it really was not feasible for me to go to college. There was a conductor by the name of Ray Fowler who came to my high school and saw me playing. At the time, I was concertmaster of the orchestra at Maury High School, and he came to tell us about Shenandoah Conservatory of Music. I was attending the Governor's School for the Arts, and I told him, well, this would be great to go, but I'm auditioning for a whole bunch of different conservatories, and whoever gets me the most money is where I'm going to go because I can't afford anything to go to school. So he said, well, anything. I said, no, my family's very poor. And if I don't get a full scholarship, then I'm not going to be able to attend college. And so the excuse that most would have not to pursue going there would be, well, your family doesn't have money for you to go, so therefore you shouldn't attend school. Get a regular job, give up your dreams to pursue music, especially on the conservatory level. Um, he said, well, I'm going to see what I can do. So it just so happened that I was due to go and take the SAT, and I was late for the last time I could go to take the SAT. I was late to the actual, testing thing or whatever. And they wouldn't let me in. They said, I was riding a city bus, and the city bus schedule got totally off, and I was like 10 minutes late or 5 minutes late. I don't remember. It was such a long time ago. And I said, well, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to take it again to the summer or something, and I'm not going to be able to go to school. And I was really to tears. So I called Mr. Fowler and I said, Mr. Fowler, I'm not going to be able to come to school or even audition because I haven't taken my SAT. He said, don't worry about it. Let me look at your other academic scores, blah, 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 blah. Till this day, I don't know how I got into that school. I know how I got into the university. No, I'm sorry. I know how I got into the conservatory because I auditioned. Of course, they offered me a full scholarship after my audition. But how did I get into the school? You feel me? You have to just believe in yourself and know that if you really believe in yourself, anything is possible. But you can't have the excuse of, oh my goodness, I don't have any money. Oh my goodness, I didn't have the SAT. Or whatever it is. You have to let those things go. And this sort of thing has happened for my career at every turn of my career. When I did transition after college, the first thing everyone told me was that, well, you're going to have to give up your dream to perform because no one is going to want to have you perform, at their church or perform, in mainstream media or any of those things. You're just going to have to give those things up. And oh my God, you definitely can't be an opera because, who's going to want, you to play the heroine or whatever the case may be. And I said, well, Why can't I play the heroine? Why should I not audition and perform and do? And if they're not going to take me, then I'm going to make my own performance opportunities for myself. So I started my own ensemble, the Aida String Ensemble, and we first started rehearsing in my mother's living room in her tiny apartment, and everyone thought I was crazy. I started going to all these business networking meetings and letting people know that, hey, music is also a business, and wouldn't you like to have live performers come to your corporation and perform for you? We joined the local chamber of commerce, who had heard about me from some of the articles I'd done, and they wanted me to sit on the board. And I said, well, look, why are we having these tired meetings, social networking things, and there's no live music? Every time I had something large happen in my life, I did not plan it. The only time, actually, I'll take that back. The only time where I really wanted something and went for it and pointed to it and said, "This is what I want to do," and it seems almost impossible, but I'm just going to try to make this happen, was when I wrote the Democratic National Committee and asked them if I could perform for the Barack Obama event. Everything else happened because someone knew someone, because I put myself out there in some way, shape, or form. And what I want to let people know is that no one around me can use excuses, and I don't use excuses at all for anything. If there is a goal that I have set for myself, I set that goal, and then I allow the universe to make it happen. I don't sit there and say, "Oh my goodness, every little step has to be planned," because you can never plan everything. But what you can do is believe. And what I find with most of my friends is that they don't believe enough. They don't think that it's possible. They use money as an excuse. They use not having enough time to practice as an excuse. Transportation as an excuse. There's always a million excuses as to why you cannot do what you were meant to do. And I don't believe in that. And so that is one of the reasons why, things happen for me. I remember when I first transitioned, and we had the Gateways Music Festival, which I adore. It's one of the few African American classical music festivals. And I didn't know how to approach them about the fact that I had transitioned genders, and I didn't know how they were going to react to it. So I spoke to the executive director, Miss Arminta Hummings, and the only thing they were concerned about was where I was gonna stay, um, because they definitely didn't want me staying with someone that would be weird or whatever. And so that ended up working out beautifully. And it was, of course, a shock for the first year. It was kind of shocking to people, whatever, who had known me before, because I'd been going to the festival ever since I was 15. But I went as me. I went with my head up with some lovely braids and in a mighty suit, and I did what I was supposed to do. So if I can do it, then you can do it. There is no excuse. No one can tell me that you want to start a business and it does not happen. No one can tell me that you want to be a performer, but yet you have every excuse in the world as to why you're not performing. That's your excuse. You have to say to yourself, "I want this, and I'm going to do everything I can to make it happen." Let go of the past, let go of the guilt, and go for your dreams. And if you're going to do anything in 2012, if you're going to listen to anything that I have to say, dream bigger, and understand that anything is possible. Because if it was up to society and everyone else, I would be homeless somewhere, especially not performing. You have to say to yourself, "This is what I want to do, and I'm not going to allow anyone to tell me that I can't do it." within reason, of course. I mean, you have to have talent and you have to have, the ability to do whatever you want to do. So I want to tell people that, one of the struggles that I've had that I'm letting go is being in front of all of you, knowing that, you know, things have happened in a way that were unexpected. And here I am. And I didn't plan it all, but here I am. And I'm letting that go. I'm washing it out because it was meant to be. And that's what I had to learn over this period. It was all meant to be. Everything that's happened, every person that told me I couldn't do it, every hater who told me that you're not going to go anywhere, you're nasty, whatever. All of those things have done nothing but make me stronger, make me a lot more witty, and help me to build more of a foundation for who I am, and being strong enough to take whatever the world has to throw at me with grace and ease, and keep my head up and do what needs to be done, because in the end I'm there to perform. And if I'm contracted to perform, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So please, if you don't take anything else from me over this past year, dream big, stop using the excuses, and go for it. You're worth it, and the universe has enough room for all of us. Performers, educate yourself, get plenty of practice, do your homework, as Shirley Verrett used to say all the time, and talking to her, and just being, you know, um, so inspired by the woman that she was, and to have her to talk to me and advise me has been amazing. And that happened through another friend who knew that I adored Shirley Verrett and set it up through the St. Louis American newspaper for me to have the opportunity to meet her, interview her for the paper, and to attend her master class. And to talk to her for like 4.5 hours. So again, I never planned that. It just stuff. Some things do happen because you are in the right space. You're in the right place at the right time. You are putting it out there to the universe that this is who I am, this is what I want to do, and people will help you. But if you don't tell anyone, then who's going to know that they should help you? And if you're not confident and you're apologetic in whoever you are, whatever you are, however way you look, however way you speak, if you're apologetic about it, you make people feel nervous, like, I don't know if I want to get to know her. She seems like she got a problem. You know what I mean? Instead of, hello, this is who I am. So I just want to say I'm letting go for my New Year's resolution. I'm letting go of the guilt. I'm letting go of the listening to people who always were making it seem as if I was not good enough, and actually believing them because I didn't have the upper level degrees, and I didn't do everything in the same manner that they did. That's okay. I did it my own way, and I'm very proud of the way that I did it. And I love the way that I'm able to speak to so many of you, and for you to feel inspired to follow your dreams. Um, I can't ask for more. I cannot ask for more. I am living my dream to the fullest, and I'm looking forward to this new year. I'm looking forward to my album releasing digitally. I'm looking forward to performing um, bigger and better events. I'm looking forward to teaching my amazing students. I'm looking forward to growing spiritually. And I'm looking forward to pursuing other dreams that I have for myself. So, thank you guys so much. Don't let anything come between you and what you really want to do with your life. I love you. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.